Hello, my name is Diego Garcia Cano, and in this video, we'll be trying to inform you more about corruption and the effects that it has in society. Uh, before I start really, before I start really defining and telling you about corruption itself, I want to tell you a little example of a big corruption scandal that happened. This happened in Spain. It was known as the Gürtel case, and as of right now, it has grown into one of the biggest, if not the biggest, corruption scandals in Spain's democratic history. Uh, so pretty much what happened is that a lot of illicit donations and bribes were passed around to the then ruling party. They got them out. That's good. Um, so there was this worker named Peñas who was working very close to Francisco Correa, and Francisco Correa was the one behind all those illicit donations and bribes, and there were bribes for not necessarily they were bribes so they can get a better positioning against the competition, and they also participated in corruption in the companies and in politicians. But so right now, Peñas realized that Correa was actually very corrupt, and that his friend's business was conspiring with local politicians, like I mentioned, to rig lottery public contracts. Uh, and The investigation started in November 2007 by the Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office, but it was actually denounced in 2009 by the National High Court. This is the power of uh, this is the power of corruption. It changed a lot about the country, and let me tell you a little bit more about how it the danger that corruption proposes. Uh, so we can probably start by telling you that corruption is very dangerous for the economy and politics. But most importantly, it has such a big effect on the public. So much that when corruption gets too big, a distrust towards the government grows with it, and that makes it easier for them to participate, and it just ends up being a cycle. According to the Transparency International, the cost of corruption is a very high one, but four most prevalent are the freedom and rule of law, pretty much meaning how much freedom we actually get, and how much we respect the law, how much the law is respected, or participation and trust in the government. Again, how much we willfully trust the government, how much we can participate in it. Did also our chance for a healthy environment and sustainable future that kind of goes with the economic side, uh, and more opportunity to build and grow wealth. Because once corruption happens, one would think, oh well, it's easy, right? No, no, not at all. It's way harder. It's like it will be unfair. It's That's the best way to put it. Corruption makes it unfair. Um, then and that just goes to show that anti-corruption makes our democracy stronger by giving it true and fair leaders and making our votes count. They achieve this by looking into public and private sectors where they might suspect corruption is happening. With with them corruption Without them corruption will take over. That is the reason why we should combat corruption and address it as soon as possible. Uh, and even though anti-corruption committee is working here in United States and in Mexico, it's still our social responsibility to resist corruption. That goes from participating in it directly, like bribing an officer or public official for better deal, to reporting when we spot corruption. That way, we could advance as a country where democracy would truly work, and we have a fair chance to do better for ourselves. Thank you very much. My name is Diego Garcia. It's a pleasure.